Welcome to Marital Hate. This is our 100th episode. Tracy says happy 100th episode, peeps.
Well,
and says happy 100th.
We couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, no,
actually,
seriously.
we could have, but nobody would have watched.
Well, no, I mean, honestly, like I think the best part of the show is when people interact, and we're so grateful. Uriel's here and he says hi and hello, congratulations on 100. Actually, Uriel, you're part of what I wanted to talk about tonight on the podcast. Tom says, oh my God.
Just imagine what we're going to talk about on the 100th episode. That's crazy.
Well, we don't really know what we're going to talk about.
We don't.
Because we had kind of a day.
Yeah.
We had kind of a day. But we have some stuff that we're really excited about that we wanted to talk to you about. So first and foremost, I just can't. So if you've never watched before, welcome to Marital Hate. I'm Stacey.
I'm Doug.
We're married. We don't usually hate each other, but sometimes it gets dicey.
Today we do.
Oh, no, not really. But it did get a little dicey for a minute there. But in any case, we have a live interactive podcast Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do some holidays, and sometimes we have to cancel because I have a chronic illness and I feel like shit. But the thing that's really cool is it's interactive. So if you're on Facebook or YouTube, no matter where you are, we'll see your comments and pull them up on screen like I'm about to do with Reese's comments. This is hello, happy 100.
Risa?
So I'm super, Reese's Pieces.
Risa?
You know? Yeah, you know her.
Yeah, I know. I totally know. I'm just saying.
Like, did you forget who Risa was?
Risa, I don't know if you guys caught this last night, but Risa is actually French for Risa.
And there you go. Trey says, hope you brought your gift outside to open. We did. So we think we know what it is. Doug thinks he knows what it is.
I might know what it is.
Which is so funny because I'm like, why are you off camera? I'm like, listen, if it's what I think what you think it is, we should peek at it. And Doug, like, we'll know. You'll see our reaction.
In front of everyone.
And then Doug will, I think it might need air, meaning it's a new blow up wife for Doug. And then we'll bring it out here and maybe he'll fuck it. Why are you
That's how you start the 100th episode.
Yeah.
With a blow up wife.
Well, she wouldn't talk as much as this one. Just saying. In any case, seriously, there wouldn't be it wouldn't be any fun without you guys. Like, we love you so much, and I know that we pour our hearts and souls out, mostly me, and I cry and whatever, but we love it. We love the interaction. We love every idea you have for the podcast. We love your comments. Keep them coming, and please tell your friends. We're still trying to figure out what we're going to do going forward. We were thinking about cutting down to 3 days a week, which is exactly what we had to do this week because I felt like shit, but I don't really know what to do. Right. So we're still thinking on it. But tonight is going to be a baller of a night, and we cannot take the anticipation anymore. Show them the package.
Oh, I don't want to give away Tracy's address.
Well, hide Tracy's address and show ours. So anyway,
but the back is the best.
It says to be opened on your 100th episode. This has been in our living room for
branded.
3 weeks.
It's branded, people.
With our brand on it. You can't see it because you're. Look at that beautiful packaging and our amazing friends. Thank you so much, Tracy and Becky. Even if it is an inflatable wife, I will forgive you. I have brought you sisters. Would you like to do the honors?
I will go.
Do not stab your wife in the titty.
Wow,
either one. If you didn't see last night's podcast, I highly recommend that you do because I had some titty problems. I think it was pretty funny.
Oh, she definitely did. She had some crushing titty problems and some.
You keep moving off camera no matter what I do.
I'm on a float.
Okay, it's from Home Depot.
It says it's from the Home Depot. I don't know if it is. Oh, I know what it is. I got to change my vote.
You think it's something else? Big black dildo. Incidentally, found a new banker today. Delightful young man. African American. I told him to keep his massive dong away from me. No lie. I said he did not want my intestines to fall out. Tracy is laughing her ass off. And Anne says it may be something for your pool. I don't know. It definitely feels very weighty.
It definitely feels
much like myself.
Weighty. She's big bone.
But you know what? I'm more pushing for the pushing, as it were. There's
more wrapping.
Big black dildo. Is this like a box in a box in a box in a box? See, we don't want to show it on camera in case it's something that requires.
That's right. It could be
prep work.
It is. Custom.
This is even better.
You gotta open that because I'm floating away here.
We're gonna have to take this wherever we live till the end of time.
Is this homemade?
This is the best thing in the whole world.
Or is this like a...
And I gotta tell you, I can't even I'm gonna have to hang this on a wall in my house. This is so beautiful. This is the most beautiful gift.
It's branded.
anyone has ever gotten. It is a Marital Hate toilet seat. Oh my God.
You can hate your spouse on the toilet.
It has our little logo.
This is going on the wall.
Awesome. We're hanging this up.
Yeah, that's going on the
Right
wall.
there,
That's going on the wall. Thank you so much.
So beautiful.
That is amazing.
Okay, see now my fuck.
There's
more. Oh my God. Look at this. Oh my God. It's like the best gift ever. People are going to come over and wonder why the fuck we have
well, that's interesting.
Oh my God.
This is modern art right here. This is like
a little paint right
toilet city. Like maybe
maybe
you gave me my new job.
This makes my fucking paintings look like shit.
Yeah, maybe I just
okay,
start painting toilet seats and sell them.
This is amazing.
That's amazing.
It's the most beautiful thing in the world. I can't even.
Yeah, that's a heavy one. That's heavy.
I can't. That's going on a fucking wall. No one's ever going to miss that. Anne says that is the best. Tracy, it must have been driving you insane that we hadn't opened this. Tracy and Becky, thank you so much.
This is insane.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life.
And I've seen some pretty cool stuff.
Well, I was going to tell everybody how I did my flamingo paintings, but whoever painted that needs to teach. I can't.
These are happy bathroom flamingos. They're a special subspecies of flamingo.
Mine are flamingos on meth. Tom said, Risa says it's a thing that is fantastic. It is a thing of beauty.
It is.
Tracy says
really
so much so. So if you don't know, for quite some time, we have had a cracked toilet seat. I sat on the toilet one day and my big old booty cracked the motherfucker in half. In my defense, the toilet seat has been around since 1986 or 83, whenever this fucking house was built.
Something like that.
And my husband likes a big ass. So it's okay.
Who doesn't?
But we were looking for a toilet seat in the trash. We looked for toilet seats in many places because we weren't going to buy for a rental. Side note, we did eventually buy one for $14.99 on clearance, kind of as a gift for Wesley.
Because he was the only one that voted that we should change it.
He made a family vote and he thought we should change it. We haven't changed it.
No, we haven't changed it.
I'm going to tell you something. It's a secret. He may or may not be watching, but my friend Zach is coming and Zach cannot control himself. If he sees something that is broken, he has to fix it. So we left that toilet seat in the bathroom so he can change it. We're just not
actually, no, we're not putting the screwdriver because like he's gonna he will be traveling without his tools. And
how is he? No, he'll find a screwdriver. He'll fashion some sort of MacGyver thing with Q-tips to put that fucking shit in case. In the meantime, I have to figure out a way to hang this beautiful piece of art.
I think maybe we should install a motor so that you hit a button on a remote and it goes.
That would be cool as shit. But I think like it's like the idea is for people to flip it up.
No, I don't want people flipping up my artwork. I would like them to. Maybe we just install a button on the wall, and that has.
Well, I don't know how we motorize it, but I want it hung up on the wall, and it's sturdy as shit.
It is.
I could never sit on that. It's too beautiful. This is
not your bargain basement toilet.
I just can't. Like, can you just please look one more time? This is the most beautiful toilet seat that has ever existed in the history of mankind. I need to hear all about it. How was it made? Who made it?
And what the hell?
Can they give me art lessons? And do they do other toilet seats? Am I the only person with a colorful toilet seat? I'm so excited about this, like in a way that is inappropriate for a person to be excited about a toilet seat. Look, we bolt that shit.
I have a hand-painted toilet seat story.
It can't be as good as this one.
So back in the 70s, my parents got involved. We all got involved in the CBs, right? When we had one on in the office, we used to talk to. We made a lot of friends, and they used to come over. That's how we know a lot of people. Anyways, that was so we were. My dad's handle was the Owl. We were the Owl base.
They still call him Owlie.
So so the whole thing on the CB, it's like, hey, Owlie, you out there? And it's like, yeah, you got me, go. Right? That was how you responded. You got me, go. So I painted, you got me, go. And an owl, like doing the presidential seal with the arrows and stuff. Only the arrows were like a CB mic. It was.
So you've had a painted toilet.
I painted the toilet seat.
What are the fucking odds that someone who had painted a toilet seat with a fucking bird on it,
called karma,
got a new toilet seat with a fucking bird on it from some former colleague who
is
he
also
can't
very
tell
wise.
apart from her fucking wife. Can't even, because we have this ridiculous podcast. I just don't even fucking get it. So what was it you thought it was, Doug?
I thought it was too heavy for toilet seat. My original thought was toilet seat. The shape kind of threw me off.
I originally thought it was a painting, by the way. I thought it was a painting because it was square.
Too heavy.
And I make square paintings.
Then I thought it was one of these flamingos,
but they have a big one.
Giant. Like they have this giant one that fits like 8 people. But I'm thinking we get the giant one for 8 people, and then we can still do the podcast from the pool on the float, and we won't be in the water. We can do it all winter.
The way we get all wet, and your laptop will get wet.
Oh.
So no, thank you for not sending us the gigantic pool thing, and plus our pump's not working. Huddy is here, and he says, "Happy 100th episode! You guys are the absolute best. We are missing you. Please come back.
Frig, Hud?
Come back. We miss you." And I have a candy bar I've been saving that my friend Ann left here for us. Lovely gift of hers.
Good luck with that.
Tracy says, so it was a little bit of all this.
Yeah,
it's just so beautiful. I just can't.
You could ever imagine.
I'm so excited.
Thank you, Tracy, for making her fucking ball like a little baby.
Well, I didn't cry. I'm not crying. I'm crap. This is happy, like tears, like little misty. That looks like a huge pink penis behind Doug's head.
What would you rather be? What do you have against pink penises? Are you?
Well, I will tell you right now. There's a slightly above average pink penis right here. He's all pink and gray everywhere. Pink and gray.
It's like a dog's
penis. Tracy says yays for surprises. It's not like a dog's penis.
It's really good.
Dogs' penises have barbs. Yours just has a bend.
Oh, I'll give you a barb.
Got a little English on it. I like it.
Barbara Walters.
What, a Barbara Walters? What is that?
I don't know. I just made that up. It could be a good sex move or a bad sex move.
Lizard. Okay. So, thank you all so much. Like, we just love you guys to pieces. And I wanted to share a little something that came up. So, our friend Uriel, by the way, check out the Ranadon speaker. We love it. We've been calling it the spot.
Ranadon.com.
Ranadon.com. We posted it before. We'll put it on again. Or Uriel, please put it in the comments. We absolutely love that little speaker. And the whole thing came to fruition by like happenstance. Uriel was on, by the way, Uriel lives in Wakefield, Massachusetts. Sorry, don't mean to spill all your information. Doesn't know us.
554 Main Street, apartment 4.
Doesn't know us. Doesn't know our friends. Doesn't know any of our friends. Happens to be a musician. By the way, brilliant shit.
Cool
totally
stuff.
Different than anything you've ever heard before. He said, "Hey, like you got this podcast. I was searching for insulation and found it."
We have
no idea. We haven't done any SEO or anything really to really enough to promote the podcast. We've just kind of had, here we have a page, invited all our friends. And like, we have a few friends that are fucking awesome, and they come and they watch the podcast. And of course there's the haters and the master haters, and the master haters we sent a prize to.
We did.
The master haters are the people that are here like on a regular. And it's funny because I almost sent one to Huddy.
Yeah.
But he was in Minnesota. So Huddy, get home.
Yeah.
But you're probably sick of my art by now. He's already Huddy has one of the original Stacey paintings, like OG Stacey paintings, because he is one of our favorite people in the world. He's hilarious. You've heard us talk about him before. He retired as a police officer. So back to the Uriel story that I have to tell you. So Uriel is like, what are the odds that like we would come together this way? And of course, he'd asked us to promote a speaker, and of course he was going to even pay us, and we were like, don't pay us, like we love you, we want to help you with your speaker, we love the speaker, it's a great product, we should grab one, and it's on the table actually, we should grab it and show it to you guys again because it's awesome. It's just like black and sleek and gorgeous, and it works beautifully, and it's only $50 as opposed to like a Beats pill, which is like what, $175?
More than that probably.
These other speakers are crazy expensive, and this one just looks so much better. It's such a better quality. Love it. And you compare multiples together.
I wonder if you could connect the like a toilet seat with the Bluetooth speaker, and then you could have
I'm sure you could, but let's not get into inventions today. Tracy says, yay for surprises. Lisa Haxess says, congratulations. Anne says, I have a speaker on my computer, but it's got so much bass in it that it doesn't sound good. How does it sound with the computer? We'll have to try that. We have never actually tried it with the computer. It might take me a little while to figure that out because I'd have to unpair it with my phone and pair it with the computer, but I will give it a whirl and send you a personal video. Please remind me. But the weed should be kicking in any minute. So if you could remind me tomorrow, if you could remind me tomorrow, Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow I'll be high.
Easy there, Amy.
Was that on key?
Andrea McArdle.
Was that even remotely on key?
Sort of.
One day.
I'll give you that.
Tracy said, of course, you're here. Please feel free to answer Anne's question. Trace says it was such a great gift made with love. I cannot wait to hang it in our new house. Okay, well, I'm going to get to that in a minute. But I wanted to finish the Uriel story. So I sent Uriel, obviously, I sent him a painting. And many of you got paintings. And he was like, oh, thank you so much. And I think he said something about it being like bright and sunny or whatever. And I was like, well, I'm like, think about, like, look at any time you think about like the world sucking, because sometimes the world sucks. And remember that, like, we're all kind of connected. And that's not what I said, by the way. Like, Uriel could quote me, but I'm baked. But just like a little reminder that, like, in the world, there's good people out there, and we all come together. And like, I say that because Uriel's a person that's come to us, and y'all have come to us, and we're so grateful for all of you. So it's all good vibes. Trace says, it was such a great gift made with love. I cannot wait to hang it in the new house. I can't wait. Did you hear back yet? Can I say what you did? And I'm so excited. Lisa says, thanks for the awesome painting. Glad you're feeling better. I am mostly. Huddy says, and I love your painting. I'll be home next month, so I'll come down and see you guys soon. Woo-hoo.
Party time.
I have big plans. I have big plans for you, Huddy. Incidentally, Doug is out of town September 13th through 15th.
Oh, you're gonna have
so if you want to come cuddle me up, that'll be okay.
While the mice is away.
Uriel says, what a wonderful painting, by the way. I don't know about that, but we'll get to the painting. Anne says, I will, because I need a little speaker for my computer. The internal speakers aren't good enough. Fuck those speakers. Right down on the ground. Trey says, we have not heard back yet, but you can say. Okay, so Tracy and her wife Becky found an amazing house. It is out of state from where they currently live, and it is the perfect setup for them. And it's really great house, and it's very reasonably priced, and it's on a great big yard, and it's got a huge pool and a guest house where the OG lesbies will no longer be vag blocked. So yay for them. Wait a minute.
Why, can we live in the guest house?
No, because the OG lesbies live there where they don't get vag blocked.
Well, who's going to live in the house?
The rest of their family. And
damn it. Those people are nothing but trouble.
Can we put a gear pod in the backyard and we can live there? And you don't care if I skinny dip. See, there you go. Win-win. Okay, I wanted to talk about the paintings and how they came about before I forget. It's a little bit of a story. So everybody say prayer real quick for Tracy and Becky that they get this house, and that if they don't get this house, they get the right house, because you always get the house that's right for you.
I'm a firm believer in that.
So please say that. And by the way, we've all been praying for Gary, and if you could continue to do that, that would be great. His brother Derek, Derek.
His brother
Paul, who's our friend Derek's friend, is down here with him, and he's doing a bit better. And his brother and I chatted, and he's trying to keep his spirits up, because that's such an important part of healing. So just please keep up your prayers, because I think they're working. So I wanted to talk about the painting. So we wanted to do something special for the 100th episode. So I had gotten these little rubber duckies, but that are flamingos that squeak, because Jeepers give each other ducks. And I was like, well, I could send those out because they're small. And, it wouldn't be super expensive to fix. Then we had, I don't even know where they are. Was the little baby two are in the Volvo? The third one's right here. It's right there. You want me to get it? I'll get it. Yes, sir.
I'll take over the show.
Tell them what we were going to do.
So we were going to send you
inflated
little flamingos with like a little note or something. So everybody had like one of these.
In your bathtub with you.
You could put it in your bathtub. You could put it on your table and you could put a drink in it. No reason. But then we're kind of like, well, people don't have pools.
Well, but I thought they could put it in the bathtub with them. Then Doug was like, oh, it's kind of a stupid toy. And it was going to cost us like $10 a pop to ship them, or like more. So that would be crazy expensive. Plus we'd have to find boxes, and we want the box to look nice. And so like we were struggling. So then I was but we had decided, okay, well, we'll send everybody the little rubber ducky flamingos, because they're cute and they're squeaky. And we'll put like a cute little note or whatever. It'll be awesome. Okay. And I got to the Dollar Tree to try to find boxes that would work, because, by the way, like everything else, like we always have one thing after another, like some sort of chaos. And we were scrambling at the last minute.
This was on Thursday.
Okay.
They needed to go in the mail on Saturday before the post office closed.
Yes. Okay. And I want to just step back and respond to the comments here before I keep getting going. Yes, we'll be bringing the camper for more space. Again, Stacy and Doug pod.
Yeah, we're there.
Trace says prayers to Gary. Thank you so much. Tracy says cute. And Tracy says, I like the painting better. That will be going everywhere with me. Exactly. And it's pretty portable. I think everybody can use it. If you don't use it, give it away to a friend. Everybody likes art. So I'm in the Dollar Tree and I'm telling you, I walked 15,000 steps. All in the Dollar Tree, just walking up and down the aisles with the toys and the art supplies and the gift wrapping and the school supplies and back and forth. 15,000 steps. The people must have thought I was out of my fucking tree. I mean, obviously, you guys know. Why didn't you call them and tell them like she's out of her fucking tree? So I'm looking, and I think I don't know if I was texting Doug and I ended up calling my friend Zach, or Zach called. And I'm like, no, I called Zach in the middle of the workday. And I'm like, hey, do you think I can paint 24 paintings in the next 48 hours? Oh, and also tomorrow night I'm busy because Doug has a concert and, it has to dry in between layers and it's 24. And he's like, yeah, I think you can do it. I'm like, because Doug's going to tell me I can't do it.
No,
Doug
I told you could do it.
I was getting to that point, but I was saying, Doug was telling me, Doug's going to tell me I can't do it. Doug always tells me I can't do things, blah, 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 that my ideas are crazy. I'll never get it done. And this one time, Doug, in fact, did tell me, yes, you can do it.
You can do it all night long.
No fucking pressure. Like, actually, I think it would have been better if you told me I couldn't do it, because then I would have been like,
you would have done it out of spite.
Yes, I can. I would have, yeah. So anyway, so here we go. I get the, so I normally paint on 12 by 12, which is funny because the painting I sent to my friend Huddy was an American flag. So that couldn't be 12 by 12. That was 11 by 14. And my first painting ever was also 11 by 14, but normally I paint 12 by 12, which is record size. So there were ones, so I'm again, back and forth, all the aisles on the Dollar Tree. I'm trying to figure out, okay, I want it to be on brand. It was really important to me. Like, we didn't have time to have cards or stickers printed out. We really wanted to, but we didn't have time for last minute. And Doug had a gig that night and we weren't going to fuck with the printer or trying to deal with staples and getting something printed out. So I'm like sending him pictures of every single card they had. Like, which card do I send everybody? Couldn't find the wrapping paper for the longest time. Couldn't find ribbon. Thought I was going to have to go to 5 different stores. Scoured and scoured. Finally found the exact shade of pink that we use and these beautiful white ribbons. And I thought it was super, like, I don't know if you guys realized it, but like, I just thought it was so pretty and I thought it was on the brand, and I really like the idea of a handwritten note, and I tried to give everybody a little thoughtful note, and this motherfucker's like, what she said times 1,000. Okay, so then
special to each person.
So then I came home,
I wrote a special note,
and I had to do and I'm gonna have to look at one because it's been a while since, Jesus, I was seeing these things in my fucking sleep and now I don't even remember what they look like. Todd sent me, everybody sent me pictures of them, and some people didn't want to put it on their wall. Some people put them on their wall and I couldn't tag them, and it was just a whole thing. So anyway, what I did, so you have to kind of do your background first, right? So
the painting lesson coming, people.
Wait, I still don't know who painted my thing. My friend Nora, love you so much. She sent me a whole video of her opening it, and she said such thoughtful things the whole time she was opening it. And the little note brought a tear to her eye, and I just love her. And I've known her since she was a little girl. Now she's like a grown-ass badass woman, and I'm so proud of her. Okay, I'm just gonna pull up Nora's painting. Okay. Expect one back. And she says she's gonna send me a painting back, which is not necessary, and I will take art from anybody who wants to send it. But anyway, so what I did was I had my, all right, I've never done this before. So if I want to draw, okay. So all I did was take pink paint. Is that the right thing? So this is not red. I took pink paint like that. I took yellow paint like that. And then they kind of met in the middle like orange. And so I just blend. Super easy, right? Okay. So then you have to let that dry overnight. So if you've painted before, like, you got to let it dry between layers. Most of you probably know more about this, but I didn't think I could fucking paint. So I want to share this with you because it was super easy. Dave said, I opened my present ring and love it. Yay. Love the fuck out of it. Yay. Dave, you're basically opening a Stacy art gallery. Right? All these fucking animals. You want a llama? I do llamas too. Tracy said, I will be posting tonight. And since I knew they were special with the paper and the ribbon, they were heartfelt gifts. And Billy says, congrats, darlings. You don't look a day over 95. Eat a big dick, Billy. Oh, wait.
He will.
He will. I love you. I'm so glad you're here. You guys have heard me talk about Billy. If you have any interest in doing ayahuasca, go see Billy. He does travel tourism, not just ayahuasca, but he does ayahuasca tourism in Peru, and he does other trips around the world. Plus, he's fucking fabulous. You would love him. If you like us, you would love him. He's amazing.
He's kingship.
So on the flamingo. So then, okay, so I got that done, the background, and we let it dry overnight because you have to. And so then the flamingo. The flamingo is the easiest fucking part. Ready? You make an S. What? Where's the pen? You make an S like such. That's not working. Oh, I have to pick a color. You make an S like such. And then you just
S for Stacy.
Connect the flamingo. The feathers on a flamingo. So if it was a swan, I guess you could go up, but that's not what it does. It goes down, down, down. And then you just add as much texture as you can. And you may notice there's a lot of texture in there in that flamingo. And then I just traced over the line a little bit, a couple times.
There's your flamingo.
Then you did your white circle, your white stripe, black line, black dot, and you're fucking done.
By
the way,
we didn't talk about the little feet.
Oh, and the feet were super easy.
It was a 4.
One leg goes down straight, and one leg goes backward, forward, and down. And the way I did the little down part, it's the kind of brush I used. I used an angle brush, so I just like went like that, swooped, and it made like little feet.
So my question was, is that anatomically correct? Because he's going backwards then forwards.
Sure enough, it was.
That's what they're like.
Sure enough, it was. And then, and the other thing that we did at the end was, that I did at the end was the palms. So the palms were just like, oh, jeez.
Select your color.
So, and you'll notice that there's, so in the flamingo itself, there's pink, variations of pink, variations of white, and there's some sparkles in there. And then I did the palms, and the palms are both green and black. And it was just like this. You just draw a line down. And then it was
angled strokes.
Angled strokes like that.
Angled strokes.
Anybody can fucking do it. And you're going lightly over, over, over. So there was about 20 fucking layers. And then of course I went in with sparkles because that's me. There's about 20 fucking layers. And I was really freaking out about the texture of the flamingos and it not being, so I did an ostrich in the past and or was an emu and a llama, and the texture was perfect.
Was good.
And I still don't particularly love the way the texture on the flamingos came out. And Doug's coming out and he's like, oh, just do this or just do that. And I am bawling my fucking eyes. I'm like, you understand, it's easy for you. And I want him
instinctual to me now.
And I want them to know how much I'm gonna cry now. So anyway, please know how much we appreciate you.
She did a great job. Although she
and how much love went into them.
She ignored my suggestion to make one painting, finish it, make sure you like everything about it, and then when you make the rest of the paintings, you have something to go by.
Yes, I did ignore that suggestion, and thank you for bringing it up for the 900th fucking time.
Ignored it, and it came out good anyway. I'm admitting that I'm wrong.
He's admitting he's about to get drowned. Marital hate. Let's check in on the comments. Lisa says, so glad we were on your list of people to send. It will definitely find a place in my home. Love you guys. Dave says, night mostest. It's too late for him. Yeah. Dave has had a very long week. Dave, Monday will be a better day. You're going to have an awesome weekend. And you should watch Halloween 3. Tracy says, that is a great tutorial. And Uriel says, and it should work with the computer just as well as anything else, as long as your computer is Bluetooth compatible. I can't send links due to YouTube restrictions. Fuck those bastards.
We'll take her.
And I believe, tell me if I'm spelling this correctly. .com. I believe that is the correct spelling, Uriel. Tracy says that the sparkles were my favorite part, but I love flamingos.
Yeah. That's not the love about it.
Tracy, you let us know when you're in your new house and I'll send you another painting.
First time I ever saw a flamingo, it looks fake. Like how can something stand on those little pipe cleaners?
Oh my God!
But it just looks fake. It's just
somebody posted baby
color.
Spoonbills the other day. Spoonbills are a pink bird, much like a flamingo, but they have spoon-shaped bills. Yeah, amazing. Uriel, did I spell Ranadon correctly? I think I did. And Tracy said they do look fake. Yeah, I want to see. I don't know if I saved that screenshot, but the little baby spoonbills were the cutest thing in the whole world. Okay. No, I don't know if I saved it. Well, what is wrong with me? So anyway, that's just, I don't know. We just really want to thank you guys, and we just want you to know
it was an ordeal,
really
right?
Do.
So then on Saturday morning,
I did spell it correctly.
Paintings are
we haven't gotten there
paintings
yet.
are done, or they might have needed a couple touch-ups, but we had an assembly line going, right?
Well, first, the assembly line. So we had so I got up early, and I didn't know we did finishing touches the night before. Everything was completely dry.
Was done.
So we finished everything the night before after Doug's concert. So I gotten them all done, and then we did some finishing touches when we got back in, because like I said, with a painting, it's layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. So there's probably about 8 layers in there, like as a whole. So there's probably like 3 or 4 layers to the palms.
Yeah.
No, I'd say like 3 or 4 layers to the palms, and then probably 6 or 7 probably layers to the flamingos, and then the other stuff was super easy. The water was such a cakewalk, and I like to think that there was a little movement in the water.
Yes, there was.
We put like little shadows, and we tried to make it look like it was moving around. So yeah, the assembly line. We had envelopes labeled.
Right. Envelopes labeled. Oh, the mailing envelopes labeled.
Wrapping the presents.
A card with the envelope.
The satin ribbon, cutting it. So
measure it out, cut it.
Doug measured it and cut it with a razor on a cutting board, because we couldn't get a clean enough. We couldn't get a clean enough cut with a pair of scissors, because we don't have like fabric shears. And Doug did our return address on every envelope.
Yes.
But I had the addresses mostly, and I had to pull them all from Amazon, text messages, Messenger. So I did those. So if you notice, the return address, very neat. The regular, your address, terrible. And then I gave everybody
a little name.
Everybody got a new name. My favorite was, so I don't know if you guys remember, my friend John, he loves Jesus. And so I wrote Jesus' favorite, John.
Jesus' favorite.
And I was worried because Tracy and Becky's didn't get there early enough. And I wrote the OG lesbies, and I didn't know if like they got stopped at the post office because somebody thought it was like a hate crime or whatever.
Is this mail going to a lesbian? We must stop it immediately.
Well, I would think it's funny because I know several lesbians that work for the post office. Oh, I know. There's people running around back there.
Oh well.
Tonight's podcast is about to get real interesting. What was I talking about? The post office. So Doug cut the things. I wrote the handwritten cards. Obviously, I'm sorry I can't read my chicken scratch. It's terrible. P.S. Those notes were written. Oh, they were written with Sharpie, not thermographic ink, so we're okay. Then did we both do the ribbons, or I tied the ribbons? You tied the ribbons. You were gonna make breakfast, but then we decided to go out. I inserted the cards. I put them in the envelope. And he forgot Lila's envelope. It's still on our table.
Yeah, so she got the card just tucked into the ribbon.
What the fuck?
My bad.
No, he was supposed to be quality control.
I was.
So he was in charge of return address, quality control,
and the
cutting ribbon. ...
after the nickname.
And you wrapped about a third of them.
Yeah, if yours wasn't wrapped well, it was probably mine.
So anyway, then we went to the post office, and well, kind of. The art person, Jennifer, was not ideal, but then Joy at the next counter over was a hoot, and she said she's gonna watch the podcast. I don't know if she has, but Joy, if you're out there, what's up, girl? And Anne says, I've been on the site and it talks about the bass. I don't want a lot of bass. It's too deep for my computer. That's the only question. I think it's great mid-range, don't you?
I think it's good.
Do you think it's too bassy?
No, I think it's good. You want some bass. Your computer is just going to send the signal. So it has nothing really to do with your computer. It's more about the speaker. So if your computer's too bassy, you're going to send it to this thing. Yeah.
And
no, it's not the computer that's being too bassy. It's the computer speakers in the
computer itself
that are being too bassy. They even put a little subwoofer in computers nowadays.
So I do not think that you will have that problem. I don't think you'll have that problem. That's just my 2 cents. I'm happy to play it for you anytime you want. It's over there right now. And my aunt is here. Hey, everybody say hi to Aunt Cheryl. Aunt Cheryl, Potato. I grew up saying auntie. But I didn't really know my Aunt Cheryl until like the last year or two, almost 2 years now. Like I'd met her a few times and we messaged on Facebook, but now I just love her to pieces. And she's the one who introduced me to my pal Huddy. You guys know how much I love Huddy. And so everybody say hi to Aunt Cheryl. Thank you so much, Auntie. I've been thinking about you. Always thinking about you. Love you so much. Uriel says, amazing to know all the work that went into wrapping these paintings. Your paintings are wonderful. And the note made my week. And Aunt Cheryl says, hi guys. And Huddy says, hi Cheryl.
Everybody knows each other.
Cheryl.
Everybody knows.
We are, what is that? Everybody knows your name and they're always glad you came. I'm always glad when I come.
Well, I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
And then Cheryl says back. She says
hi, Huddy. Oh yeah, we go through this every night.
Like a family reunion.
Tracy says hi to Ann. Ann says hi to Tracy.
We read them all.
Todd.
We read them all.
Oh, Todd. Everybody. Todd, our friend, who is like, the one losing his vision that we have to give a hand job to every time I say something that offends the CDC. He got shot in the eye with a needle today.
Yeah, I hope he's all right.
In the eye with a needle today.
Yeah.
The needle.
Just cause.
Side note, which is I'm gonna respond to the comments first. Aunt Cheryl says, love you guys tons. We love you. And Trey says, oh my God, please show them my Aunt and Huddy the toilet seat. It's wait till you guys see this. This is the best thing ever. Tracy and Becky sent it to us. Yes, you can lift it. Look at this. They sent us a replacement toilet seat because I broke mine with my big booty. And look, it's on the inside. We will be hanging on the wall. Don't get it wet. I think I got water on it. Okay. So Tracy said, I'm glad when I come, I mean come. I'm glad when I come, and I mean C-U-M. I'm glad both times. Ann says, my computer speakers are very low, so I'm using external Bose that has too much bass. You'll like these, I think. And Ann says, I'm looking at my beautiful painting right now. Oh, I think if you get really baked and look at it, it looks really realistic. And my aunt says, love it, can't wait to sit on it.
It's going on the wall.
It's going on the wall. It's that great. It's going on the wall. But you can sit on the toilet seat that is currently duct taped together, although I think Zach will fix it when he's here because we did buy a toilet seat. Tracy said, I hope the toilet seats are made to get wet. I made sure it was dry before I put it back because I don't know. And well, you would hope that toilet seats are made to get wet, but I'm worried about the paint and I just love this. So you don't even know.
To get wet.
This is like my new most prized possession. I can't eat it, right? Except for
pretty awesome.
Okay, let me just explain something to you.
It's chupacabra.
There's children running about, I think. Okay, this is my order of favorite things. Doug's. My Jeep, Doug's cock, Doug's tongue, and this toilet seat. That's my favorite order of things.
How am I second in the world? The Jeep? Oh, you're riding the Jeep every day.
The Jeep never says no.
Jeep's never too tired. Jeep's not 57 years old.
It's always hard.
It
always vibrates a little. It's nice and loud. It doesn't complain about me talking. It doesn't complain about my singing. It doesn't fucking throw me under the bus. I really just like the Jeep a lot better than you. Do you really want to go there?
No, it's not fine.
Okay. And Trace is laughing her ass off. And although to the point of my aunt sitting on our toilet, I would like it if you sat on any of our toilet seats. We would love to have you. Although we currently, I think we have a waiting list because you're going away. So Zach's coming. So this weekend, Doug has stuff to deal with. So there you go. And he's not even going to work on his music. Next weekend, Zach's here. Then we have a weekend off, and then Doug goes away, and then he's going to have to work, presumably on some freelance. We'll see. And then we'll have, hopefully you're working on freelance. And then we'll have, what do you call it? Then Lila and her family wanted to get together. So then we got to get Huddy and my aunt. And so before you know it, it's November. And I'm hoping.
Well, Huddy's not even going to be back for a while. So call me Cool Jet.
Not till he gets. He's like a snowbird.
Well,
what kind of snowbird would Huddy be?
Huddy would be
like a big bird, but a snowbird. Because he's happy and he's a big guy.
He'd be like a white fuzzy chick. That's what he'd be. Cuddly.
He
fuzzy,
is cuddly. He's like he's like an oversized baby flamingo.
Yeah, because
he's all cherry.
Those birds that are covered in the downy feathers when they're born, and which I think is all of them.
Y'all, you need to know Huddy. He's awesome. Actually, everybody here is awesome. Lila, I was just talking to you. She said happy 100. Anne's here. She says, I'm waiting for the THC to kick in. The flamingo will fly to me then. Yes.
I don't know if you dose yourself with those 600 grams or whatever you did. I don't know.
Uriel says also you can get some kind of equalizer program on the computer to be able to control the sound no matter what the speaker it is connected to.
Right. I was actually thinking of that.
And Tracy says a big bird, and Huddy is crying, laughing. I actually have a picture of me bouncing Huddy on my knee. He's a big dude, and I don't know. That was pretty.
It was a reverse lap dance, is what it was.
I would like a little lap dance from Huddy. I think everybody would like a lap dance from Huddy.
I love Huddy.
Hey, Huddy, how's retirement treating you?
All up in my business.
Huddy, how's retirement treating you? You need a little extra cash? You could make some money doing lap dances. Get those handcuffs out. I don't know. We'll rock it out. There's 10 people watching. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Just turn up the bass and have Stacy make crazy sounds. Yeah. That's what Stacy does, is make crazy sounds. Hey, Patrick, I'm so glad you're here. And
what's up, Patrick?
Oh my God. Hey, everybody, please wish Patrick a happy birthday. We had just a crazy day the other day on his birthday.
Oh,
and I remembered, but it was like late in the day. I'd already talked to him twice, not even realized it was his birthday. Happy birthday, Patrick. He's 29. Again, I don't actually, did none care? Like, if I don't even know how old he is. He's younger than me.
He gives a crap.
No, he's like my age. I don't know. Anyway, Patrick, happy birthday. And Huddy says, loving it. Anne says, thanks, Uriel. I love the size and I think it would be perfect. And Lila says, happy birthday. And Tracy says, happy birthday to Patrick. And yeah, I don't know. Patrick's the best. And please, everybody say hi to Jen. We love Patrick's lady friend, Jen. Oh, I actually gave her my wedding dress because I'm hoping they're going to get hitched one of these days. And he is 47 going on 12, just like myself. Little known fact. Actually, it's a largely known fact. Patrick is a mega Star Wars geek. He loves Star Wars so hard. Anne says, happy birthday, Patrick. Yeah.
All right, let's not make the 100th episode all about Patrick now. Come on,
Patrick.
Patrick.
It's Huddy, it's Patrick, it's Uriel, it's Anne, it's Tracy, it's everybody.
I have
it's
to tell you something.
What,
we have a new high for viewers right now. We've never been this high for viewers right now.
At the same time, live? Well, because I did post that it was our 100th episode.
It is 100.
So, and so our day today was, we formed an LLC. Doug's been doing a little bit of freelance. Of course, there's a lot of expenses that have gone with that. Like a lot.
Pay me, but
yeah. Well, we got one payment, and but it's more than.
I know they're gonna pay me. It's just
our expenses are more than he's bringing in. So we're living on savings, which we've been really blunt with you guys about. So we opened the bank account today and cannot say enough nice things about both my our new accountant Megan. She's a local accountant here in Cape Coral. Highly, highly, highly recommend her. I think she's Cuban. I can't remember if she's Cuban.
Something.
She's either Cuban or Colombian. I forget. I'm so sorry. She's amazing. If you need an accountant, this is your girl, especially if you're self-employed. And then Megan referred us to Kenneth Jenkins, which I had written down as Kenneth Jennings, like Jeopardy host Kenneth Jennings. And so we go and we're late. I didn't know that there's like 4 Wells Fargos in Cape Coral because I forget how big Cape Coral is. And we walk in, he goes, I know who you are. Is this gorgeous, tall, handsome black man, and bald, by the way. You know how I feel about bald. And he was super helpful. We had a blast at the bank. And the funny thing is, and we were on our way out the door, and like the boss of the branch said hello to us. And I was like, oh God.
Yeah, he's kind of
I'm so glad we didn't get him. We didn't get him at all. And of course, I forgot to sign some paper, and I had to go back, and they couldn't transfer the money in, so I had to go back with a check. It was a whole mishigas. I brought him a Gatorade to thank him for putting up with our nonsense, and we had a very interesting conversation where I told this lovely, very professional man that to keep his big black dick away from me because I'm afraid of them and I don't want my insides to fall out. I believe I called it a black mambo. So anyway, that's the kind of conversations I have at the bank. And anyway, he was fucking amazing. He had a great sense of humor. He was a good guy. Love him. If you're looking for someone to invest with, I don't know how good he is. He could suck. But I don't get the impression that he does. It was very sharp, very personable. somebody who has just really just done so much with their life, and his whole focus is his family, and just someone you would really like. Like literally, like if you like this podcast, you would like him. And the same is true with Megan. Amazing people, cannot recommend them enough. Darlene's here and she says, happy 100th, congratulations. Darlene, I've been thinking about you. Can we please have a phone date and catch up? Lila says, haha, my hubby is bald. Yeah, I have a thing for bald guys.
I don't know.
Actually, her hubby's even hotter than Ken.
Really?
Because he's
for Lila.
Bigger. Like he's like a tall drink of water.
Yeah.
Her hubby's like a little bit bigger. I like a little bit bigger.
Right.
And Tracy says, hilarious. Yeah, there's something wrong with me. I'm gonna get banned from the bank. Yeah. And he said, Big Black Mamba. In my defense, we had previously had a conversation about this topic in general, and so it was, I don't know, we just had a good time.
It wasn't the first time Mamba was
brought up that day.
It was actually brought up by his neighbor.
Yes, his neighbor brought it up. Okay. So the whole story. Lila is laughing her head off. Darlene says, yes, pick a day. Lila says he is short and muscular. I like muscular.
Short and mighty.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so then we did that, and I had to get gas, and I passed the gas station, so I went and got gas by myself.
I'm also going on 12, Patrick.
So I went and, first of all, cleaned the kitchen, went to 7-Eleven, pumped my own fucking gas, and went into the store. Then I went to another 7-Eleven, went into the store, went to the bank by myself, went to the bank with Doug, came back, cooked lunch, cleaned the kitchen, cooked dinner. I haven't really cleaned up that mess yet. So this has been a very productive day for me, and I am fucking exhausted. And Doug has been feverishly working on things. And then at the same time, I got some news about a friend I did not know was battling cancer. And it looks like he's in the clear from the cancer. But I was really upset. And of course, you guys know how I feel about Western medicine. And there were some things in this case that really upset me. And yeah, I'm having a rough time. Like, I want to burst into tears, and I'm just so mad at the medical system. Anybody who has Lyme disease or chronic illness is generally mad at the medical system. It's like kind of like our jam. It's what we do. But in this case, I'm really mad. And yeah, and I called my little chiropractor friend, but she was at dinner. So then I went and talked to Doug, and I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. And then Doug's like, let me tell you what my friend said about the COVID thing. And I'm like, So that didn't go well. And dinner, the steak did not turn out very good, but we think it was the cut of meat.
Might have been cut of meat. It might not have been rested long enough.
That's not the first time we've had a bad cut of meat from Trader Joe's. So.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
I think I'm going to message him.
Organic.
Patrick says, at least we're in great company. I agree with you.
I want to just take a moment about how much we can buoy each other with our words. Couple instances of ex-coworkers. One ex-coworker had posted a thing that she's now doing fine art and illustration. And I'm like, wait a minute, you stay in your lane. I'm the art guy around here, right? But she did some stuff. Yeah, of course. And so I looked at her stuff. It was very good, and I was very encouraging. And I sent her a copy of my song Perfectville. I was like, oh, I'm trying to work on this album, whatever. And so she sent me back an email, which hopefully I can find easily here.
Oh, you're talking about Lindsay?
No, a different person. Doug, the fact that I've been walking around singing that song since I heard it yesterday is both pleasant and annoying. It is a great song. Can't wait to hear more. Your podcast is also fantastic. We'll try to catch it live at some point. So it was an ex-coworker, and then my other
the one that you told me about the other day.
Yeah. Well, no, and then my other ex-coworker lives in Southern California, and so the other day I reached out as they were going to get a potential hurricane, and so I know that she's down in like Palm Springs area, whatever, and so I wanted to reach out and things like that. They were fine, so I was updating what I was doing and all that stuff, and I sent her a little clip from my concert last week, and she goes, "I am just," and this made me really happy, especially at the end of this. I am impressed by you. You are so creative and quote and all caps talented. Honestly shocked that you didn't win first place and a record deal immediately. I still listen to your song Perfectville, and I sent her to her 6 months ago. Glad to hear from her, whatever. And then at the end, keep being a bright spot in people's days.
That's what we try to do.
That's pretty nice. So yeah,
and she doesn't even watch the podcast.
No.
Patrick said, "Saw a clap of your singing, dude. You fucking rock. Loved it. Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, I wish you guys were down here to
and he says,
to clap.
At least we're in good company. Short and muscular. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. So I think, and it was funny because I was talking to our new banker about, just spreading good vibes. And we, of course, had a chat about Lyme disease, and he was like blown away. Actually, a conversation I had with Tracy this week as well. Of course, guys, we're all praying for Gary, and, he's got Lyme, and well, he has a co-infection. Does he have Lyme? We'll never know. Because why? Because the test can't be trusted. So, I say this time and time again. I'm going to say it again. You cannot trust the test. The tests are, the standard test ELISA is less than 35% accurate, picks it up. Western blot picks it up less than 50% of the time. IGeneX was the gold standard for a long time. There's some other labs that are doing good stuff, but at the end of the day, Lyme is a clinical diagnosis. The Horowitz questionnaire is a great tool that you can use. Let me just pull it up.
I had it open until today. So
Horowitz Lyme questionnaire. So if you have a mystery illness, somebody who's suddenly having some psychiatric issues, or just the pieces aren't adding up, you're just not feeling well, take this questionnaire. You will thank me later. I don't know if I did that wrong.
No, it always comes through twice.
Okay. No, not the twice, how it says Chrome - extension / who knows? Anne says, Doug, we would have been the noisiest group. Talk about groupies. Well, he needed groupies, but it was just me.
But that's all right. It wasn't
my hot ass neighbor down the street, Jen. Well, the viewers one did. And then my friend Chris, who I went to Catholic school with, came. So we had a blast, and that's all that mattered. It meant so much.
Very nice to hear.
Thank you, everybody, for your feedback. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out.
I'm not sure I understand.
I'm not even talking to you, Siri.
I don't know about that.
Sometimes she just has like Tourette's. It's not just me, it's the machine too. So yeah, I don't know. We were but I got into this chat with Ken today about how when you have an illness, it just totally changes your perspective on life. And my friend who's been sick is actually taking a 2-week vacation to France, and he's not taken a vacation years and years and years because he's self-employed. He takes little weekends here and there. So he's taking a 2-week vacation in France, and I'm so happy for him. But that's the thing about being sick, is it really fucking changes your perspective. And Darlene says it works. Stacey, good job. I should also chime in while we're on the topic. So Horowitz is kind of a dick. It's a very good questionnaire. His book does have a lot of good information. He has a book called Why Can't I Get Better, which is a terrible name for a book. And it does have some good information, but it is largely a pharmaceutical approach. He does talk a lot about supplements in there. I don't believe that long-term antibiotics are the answer. I did long-term antibiotics. However,
and look at her.
Many people would disagree with me. I didn't start to see improvement until I went all natural. So if there's anything I can help any Lyme or anybody with a chronic illness, if there's any way I can help you, if you're like, hey, I'm having this symptom, what can I do? Hit me up. I'll hook you up, but you're not going to like it. By the way, I'm going to tell you, you can't have any sugar. You got to meditate. You can't have any stress. Don't watch those scary movies. I know I want to watch them too. You got to exercise. Just do yin yoga. Yin yoga is fucking awesome. I don't care who you are. If you need to get exercise into your life, let me tell you about yin yoga. You've done it.
Yes.
What do? You
just stretch.
You lay there in one position for 5 minutes.
Whatever,
and then you move into another position for 5 minutes. You're on the ground the whole time. There's pillows and blankets. Pillows and blankets. It's not even exercise if there's fucking pillows and blankets. But here we are. It releases the fascia where a lot of people have stored trauma, a lot of stored bacteria, and that's where your cellulite comes from. So stretch that shit out.
This is your thing for cellulite.
Something like that. Well, it was really fascia, but that's okay. Anne says, I just looked at some of the symptoms. Wow. Yeah. So we have a good friend who shall remain nameless unless she wants to chime in, who scored something like a 64, and a 45 is a high probability that you have Lyme. So suddenly she's got some questions. Darlene is crying, laughing.
Darlene discovered the emoji button.
Darlene is loving the emojis, and she put a little lime green heart. I'll allow it. But I will say this. A lot of people in the Lyme community tend to focus on the disease. And you don't want to focus on the disease. This is the conversation I had with Paul tonight about his brother Gary, is you got to keep positive vibes, less thought about the disease. And actually my friend who's battling cancer, they gave SpongeBob names to his tumors. They called the one in his brain Plankton, and the one on his lung, the Dirty Bubble. Is that a thing called the Dirty Bubble from Sponge?
The Krusty Krab?
Nobody called it the Dirty Bubble. So I don't know what the Dirty Bubble is, but that's what he called it. So let's focus on health and healing and all the things that we want in life. And I don't know. I want to have more nights like this where it's like all positive vibes and everybody's happy to be here. We have a lot of people, presents. I would love a collection of painted toilet seats. How cool would that be? We had like Tracy, please tell me who painted it. I need to know all about it. Ian says, oh no, Doug would have known I was here when his album's coming out. When can I stream it? Because I love the songs. Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
So Doug, when?
You can't rush art.
I'm rushing it. I told him he had to get it done or I'm returning his speakers. So there you go. He does get a little bit of a pass this weekend. Patrick has given us a little Space Invader, which I enjoy. Darlene says, hold up the toilet seat again. Oh my God, girl, you have to see this.
Then guess what?
Ba-bam.
Look at that.
How cool is that? So I still don't know who painted it. But I really need to know, Trace. I can't even stop thinking about it. I love it. I'm going to figure out a way to hang it on my wall. It will be the conversation piece forever. I know, right? Darlene says she loved it.
It's pretty good.
We love it.
It's too good to poop with.
It's too good for us. It's so beautiful. Shout, by the way, that makes me think of having a toilet seat on your wall. It makes me think of Muck Sticky, one of my favorite musical artists. Both Patrick. Why,
does he have a toilet?
No, but both Patrick and Huddy, not so much a fan of Muck Sticky. You're both wrong. Muck Sticky's amazing, and he has a song called White Trash Superstar. Hilarious. And I made friends at a traffic light, as you may recall, while singing that car.
Really tall grass growing in my front yard. It's good. It's really good.
I'm a white trash superstar. Rolling in my car, playing GNR. I'm
sitting at the bar drinking
PBR.
Yeah, it's
white trash, tried and true. If you're white trash too, then say woohoo.
Yeah. Say woohoo. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to answer the woohoo, but then I.
Yeah. Well, there we go. So Trace,
you know what?
Who painted it? Who painted it? Who painted it? Did you paint it? Did Becky paint it? Did the dog paint it?
I don't think that comes off the
Did you have this commissioned by a famous artist?
Maybe she went down to the vineyard and went to one of the galleries.
I don't know. I just gave like an impromptu. I gave an impromptu painting class and it fucking sucked compared to that. So no. At least I tried. It was love. They were made with love. Huddy says woohoo. Right, see? He's not so bad after all.
Who, Huddy?
No, Muck Sticky. Huddy and Patrick do not understand Muck Sticky. They're like, what is this crazy music you listen to?
He's a crazy dude.
Tracy, where are you? Who did paint the toilet seat? The best gift. We need to know, Tracy. Maybe they finally got the rest of their family out of the house.
Oh yeah, maybe they went to have some private time.
They're bumping donuts. That's not really a thing, by the way. It's not a thing.
I had to explain.
Do you know I had to explain that to my father on my 40th birthday at lunch? That lesbians don't really scissor.
Wow.
Anybody else have that kind of 40th birthday experience with their father? Because my dad.
I'm thinking they must have overly done that in porn to give men that idea.
Probably, but my dad met me for lunch. He was several hours late, and then proceeded to ask me if every pair of women that walked by were like this. And so I said, well, Dad, I've been with women, which I'm sure he loves to hear. And I'm like, you don't do that. And he's like, well, I know, but if you were a guy, you would understand. And I'm like, thanks, Dad. But he does love yoga pants. He thinks that they're God's greatest invention. So there you go.
Oh, well,
I don't even know what to say about that.
Of why people think that is a thing.
If you have, yes, it's from porn. But I will say this. The only way scissoring could be any fun is if you have at least one epileptic lesbian and a strobe light butt plug, because it will trigger a seizure in the other lesbian and there'll be vibration. In a perfect world, you get 2 epileptic lesbians and lots of strobe butt plugs.
The Where do you find two? Like, what are the odds, right?
I don't know. I mean, maybe like an epileptic lesbian meeting. Do you have meetings for epileptic lesbians? I don't know. I sent you a link for where I got that toilet seat. You bought it? This is amazing.
That's crazy.
I'm dying. I may have to start collecting them. Is that weird? Have a collection of painted toilet seats.
We're gonna have to move to a double wide.
That's cool. Patrick said, you already know I'm bedbound getting up at 3 a.m. Love you guys. Thanks so much for being awesome. We can debate Mug Sticky another time. You're wrong. And then Trey says that was the best card ever. The card that we wrote. I don't even know what. Oh, did I write something about getting you guys strobe butt plugs? I don't even know.
You know what?
I'm always going off on a tirade about something ridiculous.
Usually about a sexual encounter.
I like sexual encounters. Everybody, hey, is there anybody here that doesn't like sexual encounters? Raise your hand. Patrick says Mick Stuckey. Side note, I might start calling my friend Mick Stuckey. That would be hilarious. Yeah. I really wish Muck Sticky was here tonight. That would be so cool.
I actually have I name drop Muck Sticky in one of the songs on my album. That's because it's about. Never mind. Forget it.
What's it about?
I can't. I don't want to talk about it until it's out. I'm going to put pressure on myself.
I don't even know what to say about this. So, Tracy says, yes, you did talk about the butt plug strobe lights. I do talk about them a lot. I didn't bring it up at the bank today, but I think I brought it. Did I bring it up at the eye doctor? No. Might have brought it up at the hairdresser the other day. I'm not really sure.
I think you did because you told me they weren't very happy about it, or they didn't like it, or didn't.
No.
I thought you said something.
No, I had the best time at the hair salon the other day. Not everybody understands my sense of humor, but that's okay. But like the people I vibe with, they do. There's other strange things that we have concepts about on this show. I go off on these, like I get these ideas in my head, and it could really go anywhere from there. So yeah, I still need to clean up the kitchen, and I'm exhausted, but we're super glad you guys are here. We almost called tonight's episode, and Doug's like, well, we could call it. And I'm like, dude, it's the 100th episode. We've called 2 episodes this week.
It's like running a marathon. You don't want to run down Boylston Street.
But we just need you guys to know how much effort we put into it, how much effort we put into your gifts. And we hope to keep going. We hope to do 100 more, maybe 1,000 more, maybe 100,000 more. And you know, the best thing you could do to support us is obviously to come to the podcast, comment on the podcast, tell your friends about the podcast, and send money. Although we will take toilet seats instead. We love a good toilet seat.
Our 2000th episode. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Marital Hate.
And I'll be like, so Doug took 3 Viagra last night, and he still couldn't get it up.
It still didn't work. I don't know.
So I took some popsicle sticks and taped it on that motherfucker. Don't even act surprised that that's going to happen. It will happen. We should do a future episode of.
Oh, we should just like dress like we're old, get like makeup put on like we're old.
But it's like in the future.
In the future, yeah.
So we have to put like, I don't know, like wings on the.
These
flamingos.
Are like levitating over the
hovering flamingos.
Hover flamingos.
These are our hover flamingos. Our pool is filled with
liquid nitrogen.
Could you try again?
Oh my fucking Siri! Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Well, I had some pudding.
And I would be like, you can't have fucking pudding. There's sugar in that crap.
Oh, sugar-free pudding.
That's even
I'm gonna
worse.
Go yell at a cloud.
Sugar-free pudding is even worse because it has chemicals in it. Sugar-free pudding.
I had plain gelatin with just gelatin, like just the gelatin.
See, this is my stroke face. I'm gonna have a stroke.
I'm gonna go yell at a cloud.
Why are you yelling at a cloud?
That's what old people do.
Incidentally, there's some talk about something happening in the Gulf area, and people are already getting nervous. And I'm like, I'm not getting nervous until they tell us there's like a Cat 4 headed directly to my house. Then I'll be like, okay.
You're lulled into it.
I'll go break into Huddy's house.
Well,
since he's away, his daughter's
we went
there.
to both Trader Joe's and Costco this week. We should be good for a little while.
We should. But if our refrigerator goes out,
the
power goes out. That's the first thing to happen is the power goes out. We do have this nice tomato plant. And my little friend from down the street hasn't been here to throw all my tomatoes in the pool. That's what she does. She's 2. She takes all the tomatoes and throws them in the pool. And then I can't waste these organic tomatoes, even if they're green. So I eat them out of the pool it's filled with chlorine.
But I'm all natural. Huh?
Yeah, I'm actually worried that the pool chlorine has been hurting me. And then, of course,
chlorine caused me to age prematurely.
well, I had hives a couple times last night. I have these, but I'm also getting bug bites. Like I'm just, you guys, my body is a wonderland and not in a fun way.
When we started, the temperature was 90, but the real feel was 98. We were 2 degrees away from being 100.
It was 100 today when I was at 7-Eleven.
And by the way, when she went to the dollar store, guess what the total was?
You guys would not believe this. $100.11. Which is funny because on our first date, Doug and I kissed at 11:11, which some of you may remember from episode number 1. P.S. This is not booze. It is a Pellegrino flavored mineral water. No calories. Thank you. Tracy says.
But bougie.
Oh, Anne says, if anyone could decorate for the future, you guys could. It would be this shitload of people. It would bring a shitload of people. Maybe. Tracy says, I mean, you may be absorbing the chlorine through your skin. Oh, you are for sure absorbing the chlorine through your skin. However, there are actually people in the natural health space that tell people to bathe with bleach. So I don't know. I do
Maybe
usually
it's just some wise asses like, let me see if I can get people to bathe
maybe,
with
but
bleach.
I will say that generally speaking, I feel better when I'm in the pool, but I'm usually getting some exercise when I'm in the pool and I'm getting vitamin D.
Sure.
Vitamin D. And sometimes I get some vitamin D in the pool, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I just, we just generally try to be really careful about what we eat, what we put in our bodies, what we put on our skin, because anything you apply to your skin is absorbed into your bloodstream. How do you think a fucking patch works? It's a rental, so it's not like we can have salt put in or hydrogen peroxide, which is probably what we would do. Trace says, yes, my sister-in-law was told to bathe in bleach. Was this by white supremacists? Just out of curiosity.
Is that what happened to Michael Jackson?
Have you ever seen The Cell?
No.
Oh, have you seen The Cell? There's like a whole thing where he bathes these women in bleach to turn them white, and I think he bathes himself in bleach. We're just very, very white. There's something in the water over there. Is that a frog? A leaf? You see it?
Near the light?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll go check it out.
I'll give you a push.
What if it's a frog?
We found a frog the other day. I saved his life. I'm a bug. I'm a humanitarian. Side note, I came out to get herbs for dinner from the Struggle Garden. And there was a fucking orb weaver on my shirt when I went inside. Yeah, you think it's funny, but if anything bites me, it can set off a fucking flare.
Give Lyme disease to the spider.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Trace says, she said she does not believe so, but laughed hysterically. And Anne says, freaking awesome number. I know, 111. $100.11. Like, what were the odds? And the funny thing is, the reason it came to that number is because I was getting the smaller envelopes to see if they could fit in there. So I might have to use the smaller envelopes for something else. Are there any Jeepers in the group?
Send you a thing.
Huddy has a Jeep. Christina has a Jeep. She's not here. Zach has a Jeep. Also not here. Do we have other friends that have Jeeps?
You just want to go back to the post office.
Yes. Go on Tuesdays, though. It's Beautiful Black People Day at the post office on Tuesdays. 2 beautiful black women working the counter. 2 very handsome black men behind the counter. And they were so much fucking fun. Saturday, White People Day. The white lady, boring, mean. And this is, by the way, totally racist of me to say, because, people's skin color.
White people have to worry about, like...
But we were at the counter. And our white lady that helped us had no personality. And she was like...
She was tough.
She was, yeah. And then there's Joy next to her. Was a fucking delight. I think black people are more fun. There, I said it. I'm a fucking racist. I don't know. Does that make me a racist? Yeah, I guess it does.
Reverse racist.
It's not reverse racist. You're either racist or you're not racist.
No, because you're liking somebody because they're funny or having fun versus hating them because of the color of their skin.
In my experience, I have found people, actually, I like people from different experiences. I like immigrants.
Yeah, you get some.
I like people who are different. I like people who are weird. And if you're here and you're normal, why?
Get out.
Why are you here? Why are you normal? What is wrong with you? You're not very interesting, and you should really take a good hard look in the mirror, because we like people who, I don't know, who are different. I don't like people that are like conformy and trying to be like everybody else and fit in, keep up with the Joneses type. That's just not my jam. I like people that are real, and I like people that don't take themselves too seriously, because I like people like me because I'm a total narcissist.
Keeping Up with the Joneses, also a song on my new album.
Well, we have yet to hear that. Trey says, if you were here, you are not normal, just so that I can inform you. Yeah, that's true. If this is how you spend your Friday night, you got questions. You got issues. Tom says, me a big weirdo. It's actually really funny though, because like we were talking about our wedding today, and there was like Asians, there was Indians, there was our nephew, well, ish,
African.
who he's African, like
he's from
African.
Was he from?
He's Nigerian.
Nigerian. Oh, I thought he was from Ghana or something.
No, Nigerian.
I don't know anything.
And I don't know, but we like everybody from every experience. But my biggest thing is like, if you have, first of all, if you can have a sense of humor and have fun, I love you. I love you. And the second group of people that I really like is people that have food. And so if you have food that's good, if it's food that I haven't had before, if it's going to make me feel like I'm on a vacation, like on a trip somewhere, because I don't really have any money to travel, then I want to go to your house. You don't want me to bring any food because it's white people food? That's I understand. I don't know how to season shit.
But bring you some.
Welcome. We love you.
Macaroni
Thank
salad.
you for having us. By the way, my hair is kooky today.
Oh,
I wore it down to the bank.
Oh, I did notice that
Because it was still wet and I had to pull it down. So I drove around with my hair down for a while today.
By the way, while Tom's watching, thank you for sending me that clip. That was the bomb.
What was the clip?
It was the dictators doing the Osmonds Crazy Horses. There wasn't anything I would have done
No
differently
reflection.
there. Except for maybe had.
Is that his band?
No.
Oh.
His band is better than the dictators.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's fighting words.
Well, kind of.
Fighting in the Target parking lot in Cape Coral.
That's right. There was a big fight.
Apparently, there was like 100 kids at the Target.
And
there's the police
high
were
school
there or
was like
something.
right behind there, and I think they all emptied out into the store. Like,
Who knows?
you wish you liked it more. That's because HD Manitoba wasn't on it. That's why you didn't like it as much.
Isn't HD Manitoba the guy that I thought was dead yesterday?
Yeah, but he's not.
He's not dead.
He's just not on that clip, on that video.
Well, there you go.
Sorry, I know what you mean. It was, but it was good. It was like, somebody needed to do that song, and somebody finally did that song.
So tonight we have taught you how to paint. I've said a bunch of inappropriate things, some maybe borderline racist things.
Yeah, well,
Sorry, I would never. By the way, I would never want to.
hate.
I would never want to hurt anybody's feelings unless they're an asshole. In which case, they can go fuck themselves.
Shh, Tom's watching. Shh.
Tom's not an asshole. Actually, the thing is that when people make me mad, and this is something I recommend to everybody. Something my grandfather taught me is that when someone makes you mad, you say, I wish them peace, love, and happiness. And sometimes you have to say to yourself, I wish that motherfucker, that fucking piece of shit, peace, love, and fucking happiness. And you say it over and over and over until you really believe it. Because you know what? When you let them upset you, they win. When you're feeling upset with them, you lose. You're miserable. You're unhappy. So pray for them. And maybe they get a little bit better. Maybe they find peace, love, and happiness. But the key thing is that you find peace, love, and happiness. And the drummer is from Blue Oyster Cult.
Did he play the cowbell?
I enjoy a little cowbell.
I will say this.
I have a fever.
Yeah, and how much?
And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Yeah, my wife is a very big Christopher Walken fan. I will say this. The original drummer for The Clash was in The Clash. Then he was in Gen X. Then he was in the Bay
Borrowing
City.
Owl.
Then he
Makes
was
me
in the
think of
Bay
Jeff.
City Rollers. Then he was in Black Sabbath. And then he was in a bunch of other crap. Anyways, so, he did all right for himself. So maybe we'll give the Blue Oyster Cult guy somewhat of a pass.
I'm so tired. I'm super tired, guys. It's been a super long day. And I hate to wrap
so
up early.
About 100.
We were gonna do like hats
fireworks
and streamers and try to do something really cool, but it just didn't work out that way because
But
we had hair appointment, eye appointment,
That's right,
Doug's
but
blood pressure.
You guys showed up anyway.
167 over 112 tonight. Yay.
I was nervous.
Thank you to that motherfucker who sent him a bunch of political stuff. That was great. Thank you for that. Tracy says this was a great episode. Well, thank you. Because we feel like, I feel like we put our heart and soul into the flamingos. And so we're really grateful for that. And we hope that it showed how much we love and appreciate you guys. But we really did want to put more into this episode. But here we are. Didn't even have time to prep. Trey says, holy shit, do Douglas.
Yeah, it's not good.
What? Oh, yeah, the blood pressure.
167 over 112.
Yeah, so he did take his magnesium, and so because when he got up this morning, I'm like, "Did you take your magnesium?" Mm-hmm.
Took magnesium. I've been
and he
taking
has
potassium,
additional
I've been
supplements on
taking-
the way. He's going to be taking D, C,
Took my D today.
quercetin, potassium.
Potassium I took today.
He'll continue to take his salt. He'll continue to take his pepper, and he'll be taking his magnesium. If I have to shove it up his fucking ass with my fist.
and some Crisco.
I would never use Crisco.
Well,
So anyway, we like to wrap every episode up with a little gratitude because we're trying to keep our vibes up. And the number one thing that we are so thankful for every fucking day. Okay, there's a lot of things we're thankful for, but we get here to the podcast and you guys lift us up and make us laugh and make this podcast complete. We're thankful for you. We're thankful for the fact that, you know, y'all quote the podcast back at us and say things like, well, it should have a flange. And if you don't know, I'm going to tell you. If you're going to shove something up your ass, make sure it has a flange and use lube. We like coconut oil. So we're grateful for the people. We're grateful that we got to 100 episodes. Trust me when I tell you, it's been a struggle. We love doing it. We love it. But it's hard sometimes. Like sometimes I don't feel up to it. Sometimes we don't know what to talk about. Sometimes we don't like each other. Like it can be a challenge, but it's a labor of love, and we're really proud of it. I'm thankful, of course, for my Jeep. I'm thankful for our new banker, our new accountant. They were amazing. I'm super thankful for my new toilet seat. Which I can't even call it a toilet seat. It's genuinely art. I'm so thankful for everybody came tonight and celebrated our 100th with us. I'm thankful for the pool. I'm thankful for this motherfucker. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for my hair. The girls did a great job on it this week. I'm thankful for my eye doctor who knows my hairdresser and did a great job on my eyes this week. I'm grateful for the money I got back at Costco. I'm just generally grateful for Costco. I'm just grateful for everything. I'm grateful that I've been feeling a little bit better. And I'm also grateful for my bed because I'm a sleepy girl. And also I'm thankful for drugs because they're the only reason why I'm able to do this podcast tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, drugs are fun. And Huddy says, I'm thankful for our friendship. Love you guys. Ann says, do you want to hear not normal and judgmental? A friend told my sister in a conversation that Trump was a womanizer. My reply was that all women are womanizer. I didn't say they were killers. So we've been trying to avoid the topic of the politics, but I will say this: not all men are womanizers. Case in point. And I don't think, and like I'm thinking about the men that are here tonight. Is Tom a womanizer?
Tom is God.
Tom is God. Okay.
No,
well,
I said a God.
Oh, there you go. And I don't think Huddy is a womanizer either. And Huddy, he said, I'm thankful for our friendship. Love you guys. We love you. Tracy said, I am so thankful for us being able to surprise you both. I'm thankful for flanges. I'm thankful for the fun of this show that you both bring. Anne said, she told me I was rude and judgmental. LOL. That was a pot calling the kettle black. Okay. That's just nonsense. I've known you for quite some time. You are neither rude nor judgmental. I don't really even think, I mean, that you have moments, much like myself, where you have very strong opinions, and could they be perceived as judgmental by someone who is on the receiving end of an opinion? Maybe, but in the world of judgment, you don't fit the bill. And I don't think you've ever been rude in your entire fucking life. Sometimes I think I can come across as judgy, even though I'll have an opinion about something. It's a strong opinion, but then I would never judge anybody for having their opinion, if that makes any sense. I'm like, oh, like I can understand why they would feel that way, or I want to understand why they feel that way. And I think that that's where you come from too. I think that Anna always comes from a good place, and she's an amazing person, and you should tell that fucking bitch to fuck off and come hang out with us. We think you're great. And Tom says, no, Tom is not a womanizer. Tom, are you looking for love? Maybe we can find you somebody. I mean, Anne has got a line of men lined up around the block. She got a boyfriend, but she got him lined up around the block after that. Not bad for a woman of a certain age. She's a hottie patati, by the way.
Star. He doesn't need any help.
I think Huddy is straight.
You think? He has 2-3 kids.
I know a lot of people that have 2-3 kids that are not straight. So that's maybe. Oh, Tom's married 30 plus years.
Yeah, I was married 20 plus
and he's gay. No, just kidding. Did not stop his wife.
Yeah,
did not.
Didn't.
So he says no. He's married 30 years plus. I hope you're happily married, and I hope you have as much ridiculous fun as your spouse as I do. And I can certainly understand if you sometimes have marital hate. I've seen it here live on television. Huddy promises he's straight. Prove it.
Yeah, prove it. Send us a videotape.
Okay. Well, that's one way to go about it.
I'm saying, if Huddy sent us a sex tape, we would be laughing the whole time. Not that, because,
no, not that it's funny, but because it's you, it's our friend.
Huddy. Yeah.
But that would be
Huddy is a big,
here is the
10-year-old kid.
This is the problem with the Huddy sex tape.
Yeah. Okay. Huddy sex tape.
Okay, so I would watch it like as a gag because I only watch porn that I think is funny. And so what happens is sometimes I'll watch porn that I think is going to be really funny, like the lady cooking cake in her pussy. Like that was funny. Although she's going to get a yeast infection. Don't do that. No. And so we watched spider porn thinking I was going to think that this was all funny, but no, turned me on. Huddy porn, I feel like I would be like, oh my God, this is going to be hilarious.
But what if he's dressed in his cop outfit?
No, I'm going to be even more turned on then. Okay. But like, how would you feel if your wife got turned on by watching a friend of yours who is a retired cop dressed as a cop doing the porn?
He might teach us something. I don't know. He's been around the block a little bit. Sure.
There you go.
He might have some moves.
So he promises he's straight. Huddy, please send us a sex tape. We would love to see it. Anybody else who wants to send us a sex tape or nudes, our email address is maritalhate@gmail.com. If you're watching this email late in the game, this video late in the game, y'all, the live show is definitely a time to be had. You can comment and be part of the show, but you can always comment afterwards. We'll respond to your comments. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. Thank you for making it 100 episodes.
And with that, Tom's comment might just have won the day.
I heard farting on clits was a thing. Is that a video? Can you please send me a link? I don't even know what to do with that.
We're going to go look it up.
Farting on clits. That's what we're going to leave you with for the weekend.
Go to Taco Bell.
Our 100th episode, farting on clips. Good night. What's wrong with people? What is wrong